Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hey, I'm trying to use these flowers in as many perspectives as I possibly can. And today, me and Logo, who is sitting right there, we're gonna be running this course I just made this morning. Now, anything that looks heavy, like made of wood, it probably was here. But everything else is something that I just added. So she has no experience with any of these things out here today. I'm gonna be working with her to go through them. And I'm gonna show you a couple different ways that I'm gonna recommend for you to do the same thing. So this is how we're gonna start. I'm going to tell you about a couple items that I think you should have at home. This is a leash. It's a pink leash because my logo is a girl. This side on this one is not cut. It is meant for walking a dog outside when you're with it. This one is also pink. This one is cut. This is for when the dog is to walk without you. Now people are thinking, well, why would you have a leash on a dog when it's to walk without you? I tell people this is how. Come. Sit. When Logo was a puppy, Logo, come. And I'll show you exactly what it's for. Logo, up. If she wouldn't have did it, sit. Oh, I can't see her good, but we can sit right here. If she wouldn't have did it, just sit, sit. Good girl. So if she wouldn't have did that good, I would have guided her with this leash. And I'm gonna leave this leash on her today just to show you exactly how to use it when you're in your house or outside. I tell everybody that when you're working with your dog, at least for the first few months, your dog should, as soon as it comes out of its crate, this should go on your dog. Your dog should not walk anywhere without a leash connected to it for at least the first 4 to 6 months of his life. That's something that I believe. A dog should get used to a leash like it gets used to its tail. This is something that a dog should get used to. I say 4 to 6 months. Leave a leash on your dog. When your dog comes out the crate, this is the one that you use in the house, and the other one is the one you use when you go outside, and they'll learn the difference. But the reason this is here is because if my dog does something out, Logo, stay. Logo, go to your bone. Go to your bone. One, this can't get tangled on anything. It can't get tangled on anything. Go to your bone. See, she's not used to it. Sit. So if she was doing something wrong, instead of me going up to her and saying N-O, which I'm saying, don't use that word. Instead of me going up to her and putting my hands on her, I'm saying, if you touch your dog at the wrong time, you are either rewarding it or punishing it. Either, what I'm saying is, touch is a very, very delicate and important thing, and you have to watch how you use it. And that is the reason for this leash. This leash is so if your dog is doing something you don't want it to, you don't announce to the dog that you are coming. You do not want to make running a game. What you do is you just walk into the room and you do like that. You step on the leash. I have my foot on the leash. The dog could be doing whatever it wants to. This is a good opportunity for you to work on your recall and your correction at the same time. It is all in how, and this is not what some people want, but what I'm saying is, if you do it right, you only have to do it 3 times. If you do it incorrectly, you're gonna be doing it 100 times. Anybody who understands dogs and how you train, understand what I'm saying. It is not about harming them. What I'm saying it is about getting most impact for the correction so that you don't have to keep correcting. No one wants to have to keep snatching at a dog's neck. I'm saying that is not the way. You have to figure out how to make it play. Watch this. So I would step on the leash, not notify the dog that the leash is being stepped on. I don't want it to feel anything coming from me. That is why we always work with a loose leash. We'll talk about that later. What I would do then is I would get the leash and see it's even around her leg. So if I pull it now, it's gonna be extra correction. So it doesn't have to be a hard snap. She wasn't paying attention to how she was pulling it. All I have to do, say she has her nose in the trash can. I'm not gonna go up and say, get out the trash can. They don't understand words like that. What they understand is the word that you give them for leaving something alone. In my case, it's leave it. I would say, leave it and pull And she knows that the pull of this leash means come to me. If it doesn't mean come to me, guess what? She's gonna keep coming to me. I'm sorry. We're doing a training class. Hey! What I'm saying is, if she didn't know where heel was, I would tell her, right here is where heel is. If she was too far away from me, she knows because we're connected and she understands this leash. This is the most important thing, only second to crate, is what I'm saying. You're teaching a dog to wait, is what I'm saying. This is important. At home, use this. Come up with the word that you want your dog to. I'm saying, try to remove the word no from your vocabulary. The dog doesn't understand it, and then you use it all the time. And it confuses the dog. The dog has not grasped what no means, but it hears it so much. So try to eliminate that from your conversation with your dog, because no is used way too often. You see how I'm saying that and she's not looking up at me? Because I try not to ever use that word with her. That's what I mean. Hey! If you want to know, look, we're supposed to be feeding her right now. So this is kind of hard, but what I'm saying is, this is how she works. We had to set all this up before we even turned this camera on. But I'm gonna show y'all something because a lot of people keep asking me questions. So here we go. Logo, between. Now, if she didn't know where between was, I have a leash connected to her. I could guide her. I could say, heel. And when she gets to this point, I say, good girl. Now we try it again, between. Good girl. On the right. Good girl. If she didn't go there on her own, I'm saying I would go there with the leash. Heel. Good girl. Between. Good girl. Now, I'm going to show you what I mean about how you can play with your dog and show them how to get through obstacles. And using the leash at an early age, I'm saying the whole key is get up every day and play with your dog while you're feeding it. And see, I'm sitting here talking to the camera, so that means I'm not feeding her. Heel. So now, I have not run her through this obstacle course. I just made it this morning just for this video. Logo, get your bone. Bring it. Hey. Sit. Good girl. And that's what I'm saying. She did a job. She just got a paycheck. And I liked how she did it, so I gave her an extra paycheck. That shows that you're happy with her. That's more than likely going to get you a result that you want. This is what I'm saying. Logo, up. Now, if she didn't do that, I would have taken, logo, pay attention. She knows I'm not paying attention. Sit. Yes. But if she didn't do that, what I would do if it's a puppy is I would take the puppy and I would pick it up and put it up there. If it was a bigger dog, I would take the big dog, good girl, hey, and I would do like this. She knew what to do. But that's the point. She's done it enough that she felt the body language. It's not about communication as much as people think. It's about repetitive motion. Sit. Rise. Sit. Rise. Pay attention. Yes. Yes. There you go. I want her to focus on me, not focus on my hands. But when you get into repetition too fast, that's what they think it's about. And you have to realign. Yes, good girl. Sit. Yes. Rise. Yes. Sit. Yes. Rise. Yes. Hey, people, please don't call me or text me in the mornings. I be working. Sit. And I'll be forgetting to put my phone on airplane mode. Hey, I will block you if it keep happening. Rise. That's not what this is about in the morning. Sit. Oh yeah, this is how my energy get pumping. Hey, leave me be, people. Rise. Sit. Rise. Nah, it's these people who always be on some, I don't know, it's some scammer type stuff. Sit. But they be doing it through social media. And I think that junk is like, I don't know, rise. I don't know. But that ain't what I'm here to talk about. What I'm saying is it's about repetition. And you got to get repetition too. You got to understand what's about to happen too. That's what's going to happen when they start out. It's going to be wrapping around you and everything. All right, so I just showed you basics of how to get up and down. What I'm saying is this is an obstacle that I only use for the 4th of July. We have never placed this obstacle like this before. Now, I want her to go through this and I've never done it before. So what I would do if I wanted her to go through this and I've never done it before, logo up. I would take her leash and I would put it through. Like that. Logo. Down. Off. And sit. Now, she's gonna understand because she understands how this pink leash works for her. It was always connected to her. When she came out her crate, that leash went on her no matter what. This is what her life used to be like probably for the first 6 months. What I'm saying is every time something didn't go right between me and her and I had a blow up that I didn't know how to control, she went back to 2 weeks of basic training. What I'm saying is when you messed up in basic training and they ain't know how to deal with you, what they do, they washed you back. What I'm saying is every time she messed up, she get washed back. Now that she's a full-grown adult to me, every time she mess up, she just don't get paid. That's way more important to her. What I'm saying is touching is like getting laid. I'm saying that's way more important to them. I'm not playing. Shoot, y'all think y'all getting played. I'm telling you, you touch your dog way too much. And that's why they be out. I'm telling you, I be seeing videos of dogs doing things to people and I'm like, why are you encouraging it? Get the dog off of you immediately. They think it's a game. That's not funny. Oh, that just costs money. Hey! You see that? She went through because she saw the direction of where I told her her tail was. That was her tail. I never told her what that was. Now we're gonna name it because that's what I need. Everybody else, you just learned how it worked. But for me, when I said heels, she could have went any direction she wanted to, but she went straight through because she saw the direction I told her her tail was going. Hey! So now I want to name that. Hey! Good girl. I guess I could have pulled her back the other way, but it's best if you just make it repetitive until they understand what's going on. I've learned that, and that's what minimizes my frustration. All right, logo, sit. And see if she didn't sit, I have her tail. I don't touch her, but she did good. So I can say good girl. And you see how her tail just goes crazy? Good girl. I'm supposed to be giving her breakfast, but I'm showing you the importance of how this works. Stay. So now I want to name this. And what I want to name this is something we already say when she's, when I go like to a doctor's office or something with her. That's when I'm sitting down and you see pictures of her sitting under. So I want her to know this is under. Under. Yes, good girl. And see, she gets paid. I said heel the first time, I said under this time. But now I have to make it clear to her several times heel what the word is gonna be. So this is clearly under. That one over there is gonna clearly be over. So come. Sit. Good girl, you're doing great. I apologize, I'm not giving you a food like you wanted to. But I'm saying this is building the cooperation. All right, so now I'm gonna say logo, under. Good girl. Hey, it's getting better. Here. And she even did that with snap. That's what I'm saying. So she just communicated to me, I understand this one. I understand this one. She put 2 and 2 together. All right, so how would I do if we go through? Huh, that'll be number 2. Huh, what do you think we'll do? Huh, let's see if we can do it too. Huh, come on, logo. Hey. So now this is a tire. Sit. And I want her to go through. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my leash through the tire. Oh yeah, we're on fire. All right, now we already worked on, sit. I didn't tell you to move. Yeah, you messing up my groove. All right, so what I'm saying is We've worked on this one before. Ah! Don't drink that water. Sit. Leave it. There it is. Y'all got to see leave it in action, and she know I got the correction. All right, so what I'm saying is at this point, I want to teach her through, but she already knows this move, so she knows what she's going to do. This is move number 2, through. Yes, and she did it. Very smooth. Ah, center. And so if you want to know how this works, I have the leash. I can tell her where center is. Come. Sit. Yes. This is where center is for her. I'm sorry if you can't see her, but you're getting the point. I still have the leash of correction in my hand. Now, this is a board item. She's gonna jump up on it, and I can tell her which side I want her to walk on. So, logo, up. Now she's on my heel. Sit. Good girl. Stay. Through. Yes. Sit. Good girl. All right. Now, what I'm gonna do is a roll of wire for like my duck cage. She's never done this before, but I'm gonna tell her to go over. Let's see if we can do it. I'm throwing it over. I'm gonna move to the other side. Logo. Ah. Ah. Sit. Over. Yes, good girl. So she did it, and that's what I'm saying. That is a guided move. This is what I do out here, but we've gotten to a point where we know how to communicate well enough where I'm saying if the camera wasn't on, I might be doing this every time she frustrates me. And I would just do the repetition until it tires her. And then I give her time away. And that is how she understands my energy. I'm saying when you upset me, you'll see what she has to understand my energy, and you have to be able to show that in a way that's, like I'm saying, repetitive. And then you have to put them away to let them process and relax, because her tail is an indicator of what my stress level is by the pace that I set or the tone that I carry or whatever. And all that is me showing my energy to her, and that tells her how to respond. What I'm saying is that's the way they do it. What I'm saying is a wolf don't sit down and try to explain. They get the job done. And everybody move like a team. And you wonder why they're so willing to please. What I'm saying is they understand what it's like to be part of a team. We depend on each other. I'm her, well, she's my sister, I'm her. Ah! Over. You see, she did it again. Ah! No. Hey, I gotta be careful because I like rhyming with words, but boy, sometimes the words get carried away. All right, so we're gonna do this one right here. And once again, I have the leash of correction in my hand. I'm saying it can be good correction or bad correction. Everything is good or bad. So, up. Sit. Good girl. She knows these because these are the wooden ones. These always stay here. It's just the other things that I bury, and it's really whatever I don't want to carry to where it's supposed to go. That means I'll be moving slow. All right. Hit. Up. Yep. Up. All right, so we just did it. Now, she don't need this, but I showed y'all in the first 5 minutes because I figured that's how long most of y'all gonna stay. I don't care, it's time for me and her to play. Ready? So, what I want her to do is I want her to bring it. Hold up. Bring it. Through. Ah, I said under, but that worked too. Through. Right here. Through. Yes. Up. Yes. Hit. Through. Yes. Up. Yes. Hit. Hit. Over. Yes, good girl. Through. Through. Yes. Up. Yes. Hit. Through. Up. Ah. Hit. Hit. Up. Uh-oh. Sit. That don't get you paid right there. Hit. Sit. That don't get you paid. You can drop it. Hit. All right, so now what we're gonna do, on the right, that's how we're gonna do it to fix for this one. Yep. Through, up, on the right, over, over, on the right, and now she acting up. And that ain't gonna get you paid. On the right, sit, stay. And see, that's what I mean. So when they start losing it, everybody says, how do you keep their attention? What I'm saying is, you move back to what they know. And then they can't let go. But now, we're gonna move very, very slow on the food because I'm gonna show her, if I have to revert back to old ways, I'm saying your wages go back too. On the right, over. Yes. Through. Yes. Up. See, even that, I just touched it. She got a little excited. It was an accident. Up. Yep. Up. Sit. And now we're going to run the rest of this time just like this because I just want to remind her that this is what is expected of her. And when she thinks she can do what she wants to, like I don't have any training collar on her or anything right now. There's no way for me to say, get back to your correction. And that's how I like it in the morning because I want to see how does she actually feel. I can force her to go on with me for the day, but if she doesn't cooperate, she don't get to go with me. And that is her ultimate reward. I'm just trying to be clear. Like her real reward is being able to go out in public and see people. That is what she wants more than anything. And even when if me and her were to part, she knows at that moment she kind of loses that ability because our communication is what makes it that she gets to travel out into the world. No one else would know how to communicate with her like I do. Now you can work to it, but it's one of those, we've gotten here because we know each other. That's what I'm hoping this is helping with. If anybody's struggling at home, here it is. This is how you do it. This is how you get it to move like fluid, like water. I'm sure that's what you want. Oh yeah, she's probably thirsty. What I'm saying is if we was in the wild, we're gonna keep running until we find water. I can't just produce water all the time. Like, I'm not saying I don't, what I'm saying is, if you're eating a deer here and there ain't no water here, yeah, this is where you eat the deer. We'll get some water. That's how it goes. We out working. Hey! Through. Sit. Up. Out. Over. Yes. Up. Sit. That's what it is. She's like, I ain't getting paid much. This is a little bit harder to pay her on because I can't say exactly when is the time I would give her a marker of doing good. What I'm saying is here in the shade is the time to give her something to eat. It feels good over here. It's hot out there. But this is how we work. This is how we work. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm saying I had no plan on doing any of this stuff. I came out and started setting this stuff up. And I was like, this is a good opportunity to answer a lot of the questions I keep getting on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm going to keep making videos. A lot of this long content don't get watched, but I'm working on getting an editor to start making some short form content out of it. Hey. Up. Up. And so I want to tell everybody why walking with a loose leash is important. The leash is like a guitar string. A guitar string, it makes a lot of vibrations. Up. The vibrations that go through your dog are what tells the dog what you're feeling. So people say, my dog barks at cars. No, you tug at the leash every time a car goes by. That is why. You communicated with your dog that in this moment, your dog needs to defend you. You're scared. I didn't tell her what to do, so walking with me is to move. Clearly, I have a leash connected. Up. What I'm saying is the communication is key. It's the key. And you're always tugging at the key. I'm gonna show you. Sit. Hey. Hey. And And people ask me, why does your dog walk around you whenever you say heel? Well, it's because she had a leash connected to her so long when I was teaching her it. There was no other way to get around me. I'm not gonna keep moving out your way. That's the other key. Logo, up. So if she didn't do what I wanted her to do, I don't need to communicate with her. What I'm saying is, if I make this tight, she's automatically gonna assume I want her to come to me. Because if I make it tight, it's putting pressure around her neck. That's what these are for. These are not choking mechanisms that you strangle your dog with. It's not what you let them pull to the end with. It's so that you get the best communication. As soon as that thing gets tight around her neck, she knows to come. Well, she didn't. I didn't say it. Up. But, see, that's what I mean. She's getting it. Up. And you can start your hand signals that way if you want to. You could say that this was, and now she knows. Let's see if she does it without it. Up. No, it didn't work. But I guarantee, if I do it again, I ain't gonna say guarantee. You can't make no guarantees in this world like that. What I'm saying is, I can't guarantee none of this stuff's gonna work for you. That statement is true. But when I say, when I do it, you see what it do. Okay, let's move through. Ready? Now, that's not what I want that. I don't want to have to go through all this to be come. I don't. But what I'm saying is I have not figured out what signals I want to use yet. And that's how this whole thing works. You saw when I started out, I was saying under. I wanted to use the word under. And I'm still going to use the word under. If it's a log that's this high, I'm going to say under. Logo. Sit. Under. Yes. On the right. Through. Yes. Hit. Under. Yes. On the right. Through. Yes. Now I want to make sure I didn't confuse her to think that when we're on the right, it's through, and on the left, it's under. I don't want to confuse her. So, under. Yes. On the right. Under. Yes. Logo. Through. Yes. On the right. Good girl. Through. Yes. So now she knows under and through. And I'm saying this is just teaching her that when she sees a hole big enough for her, that I'm telling her what to do with that hole. This is the first item I'm gonna have to show her. But when I go out in the woods, I'm gonna find a log somewhere. And then one day I'm gonna be walking in the city and I'm gonna find some construction somewhere. I'm saying I'm gonna expose her to as many places to show her this is what under means as well as this is what through means. And she'll pick up the difference later. She does. I kid you not. Logo up. Down. See? If I told her down somewhere else though, she might jump off. Logo rise. Rise. Good girl. Off. Yes. Logo up. Logo here. Yes. Same result is what I mean. You can get the same result several different ways. I didn't mean that with down though. Like down, that's what she's supposed to do. Down. Right. Rise. Up. Down. You see what I'm saying? When I said up, she went up. When I said down, it did not mean get off, is what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say. I might have been confusing before. And I want to make sure I'm not confusing anymore. Oh, I normally don't give her food in the down position. That is another thing. I normally never give her food in the down position. So that was me just not paying attention in the moment. Rise. Rise. Yes. Sit. Yes. So if you want to know what I'm giving her her dog food. I do not give her treats. If I give her anything that's a treat, I got some pepperoni that my mother gave me a year ago that's still at the barbershop. She loves them, but we're still on the same pack that I was given. That's just something, I don't give her treats, so it's not about treats. What I'm saying is I give her the bully sticks after we get done doing this. If she does good out here and does not frustrate me, she was on her way to frustrating me until I put this correction leash on. And that's what I mean about wanting to get better. I'm saying I wanted to make this video, so instead of shutting it off and whining and saying, oh, you're not cooperating, I had to get creative in the moment. And that's what this does for me, and I love it. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't have got up and set this up this morning what I'm saying is, I'm being honest. I don't know if you call that faking it. What I'm saying is, I call it making myself better. I'm saying I see the results, so here we go. What I'm saying is, through. Heat. Through. Ah. Through. Yes. Through. Yes. Up. Yes. Through. Yes. Ah. Ah. Oh, okay. She's telling me she's thirsty. Hey, y'all, let me cut this camera because she's stopping for water, and that means my baby is thirsty. That's how she communicates with me. Actually, hold 1 second. Logo, come. Go get some water. Go get some water. Logo, right there. Get some water. Yes. Hey, my bad, y'all. She can drink. Hey, I don't be thinking about that. That's what I mean, though. That's another thing she remind me of. That means I need water as well. And that's how she tell. Come. And now she's going to be a whole different pup. Up. Good girl. Got you some water? Good girl. Yeah, that tongue. This is going to be disgusting now. Oh. That's why it's better with a dry mouth. My hand feels disgusting. All right, y'all. Hey, we almost done with the food anyway, and this was a good video. Rise, we probably went about a half an hour. This might only make it up on YouTube. I don't know. Because my internet moves slow. Oh, yeah, there it go. Man, my hand feels disgusting now. But I just showed y'all how it's done. Get you one of these cheap leashes. Find it. Get you one of these cheap leashes and play with your dog and play with its food at the same time. This is how it's done. You really don't need anybody to tell you anything special. I just showed you the way. Here. Sit. Good girl. And I'm basically done. She's ate all her food. I kid you not. I know y'all was probably like, you're not feeding her. That was 2 cups of food. That's all the food she gets for the day. That's the last of it. Between. And this is exactly how I'm gonna do. Now I know why my back is. That's dumb. She ain't tall enough. And people be like, how do you get your dog to do that? It's short. I'm not tall. I don't feel like I'm short. I don't worry about stuff like that. I guess what I'm saying is, my dog just happened to be the right size twin. And we are done. We have no food left. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sit. Oh boy. And that's what I was trying to show everybody. Anybody who wants tips, tricks, lessons, whatever, what I'm saying is, hey, follow me on YouTube. Shaw Speaks. And y'all can see my logo. We're going to do this every day. Anything I can come up with, any questions y'all got, feel free. I'll answer them. Good girl. Hey. Hey, y'all, much respect, much love. I'll let y'all see my logo up close. Up. Up. There she go. Say hello. Yep. And the flowers. Hey, much respect, much love, y'all. This your boy, and we out.